Just one or two?
Give me a couple seconds of silence.
Just a couple.
All right.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fuck Around and Find Out podcast. It's been a minute. We are very happy to have you guys back listening to us. We understand and love and support all of the hate mail that you guys send us when we miss a week. And you're like, hey fuckers, why aren't you recording anything right now? Hey, so we need a new video. Or I need a new podcast.
Wait, no, you know what? You know what the most important thing is? The amount of people that come and complain to me about not having the videos. I don't have that many subscribers on YouTube.
Right?
So, hey, you know, blame yourself.
I need to have over
I've got tons of subscribers, but that's a different subject altogether.
Yeah, well, I mean,
your OnlyFans is blowing up.
Yeah,
I wish we had
and my cat hurting YouTube.
If we had like an Only Farms, mine would totally rock. It would be awesome. Fucking Only Farms would be sweet.
Only Myco. Myco on Myco Love.
I apologize in advance, you guys. I am actually at work still, so I got to be typing while we talk. So if you hear clickety clack, I'm not playing video games.
That's no fucking difference than usual. You
looking up midget porn.
God damn.
Yeah.
I had to block the dog out of the office here because she would have just been here and been like the whole time.
I am at work, so if I disappear for a second, that means I muted you guys so I don't get caught. So
that's probably a good thing because we're
it's fucking 8:00 at night. You're at school. You're doing side hustling anyways.
Today is one of the 2 nights a year I have to work really late.
Wow,
that's weird.
We managed to schedule that fucking really well.
Right?
Oh, did I tell you guys what happened the other day with the lawnmower?
No.
Right?
Are there any fingers missing?
No. So my friend was like, hey, if you can fix this freaking lawnmower, you can have it.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he was like, I guess it was like one of those, let's see if you can fix it type thing. I mean, he's a really nice guy, right? But sometimes he can be a little uppity, right? And so I was like, fuck it, fine, whatever. So I grabbed my little 5-gallon bucket of tools, because it's like like everybody has the most commonly used tools that they have, right? And I, instead of taking all the fucking tools, I just have like my most common shit in a bucket. And so grab bucket of tools, jump in the truck, get over there, and take a look at it. And it's the Toro time cutter, 54-inch. Easy ride, whatever. Big freaking lawnmower. It's less than 9 months old. And he just parked it. He bought it in the fall, parked it over the winter for like here, I guess that's like a month. And then some rodents ate some wires in there, and like the backfire preventer got screwed up because he put the wrong fuel in it. And I was like, okay, well, I took a look at it, and like within 5 minutes, I already knew it was wrong. I was like, yeah, man, I'll fix it real quick. So he went to go like buy beer because he figured that he would be able to watch me like fucking around with this thing for like a couple of hours and it would be entertaining.
And you were riding it when it came back?
Yeah. It was literally ripped out the old backfire preventer. And I had picked one up locally because they were like, hey, this is one of the most common things that are wrong with it. They're like $5. It's just a little screw-in valve. But the one that they sold me wasn't the right one. So I just took the valve stem out of the one, put the valve stem in the other, cut the leads off of the one, wired it into the other one, and put it back in to use that piece of wire that I cut off to rewire the parts of the rats ate. And he shrieked it all with a little lighter, and ta-da, good to go. And so I was driving around when he came back, and he was like, I was like, well, put it on the trailer, let's get back to the house. So I get it back to the house. And my wife can break almost anything, all right? But she's like a little kid, and that's one of the things I love about her, right? Is that she gets like little kid on Christmas excited about things like new toys, whether that's a gun, a new camera, a new microphone, or a new lawnmower. She's just as excited about anything. She jumps on it. She doesn't want to back it off the trailer. So I get off the trailer. She gets on it and takes off down the road. Gets on the main road, zooms one way as fast as it'll go, zooms the other way as fast as it'll go, comes back, just starts mowing random patterns like zigzags and shit in the front yard. Now, mind you, the front yard's like knee-tall wildflowers. So it's very evident where she fucking mowed, right? And it's just like totally zigzag. Like there's no pattern to it unless somebody defaced our fucking lawn, which was a beautiful wildflower patch.
There's a huge cock in the lawn, a huge.
There's just loops and zigzags and turns as fast as she could take them. Well, then, I don't know. She got a wild hair up and decided that she was going to try to jump the fucking ditch. So I was like, wait, hold on a second. I was like, no, honey, slow down. You're going to hit the ditch. She's like, it's okay. And fucking hits the stupid edge of the ditch going. I think that thing goes like 14, 15 miles an hour, which in a zero turn feels like a million miles an hour. Hits that thing, flies up. She flies out of the seat, comes down, and it hit on the lip of the ditch and caught the blades, stopped the blades, and that threw the belt. And I never got to even mow with the damn thing before she threw the belt and broke the belt. So I got a new belt ordered. Still haven't got to play with the fucking thing other than just drive it on the trailer and drive it off the trailer. But the pictures are pretty epic. I took a shitload of pictures. She'd just kill me if I put them online. Because I was like,
one of her in midair.
I did not.
She did it to herself.
I did not get the midair one, but I got the look of shame as she pulls up, like dragging the belt, and like as she pulls up and parks, and she's like, "I'm so sorry, I broke it." She's broken so many of the tools. It's like it's a joke with their family. Is like it's lucky you're in Spanish. It sounds cooler, but it's basically lucky you're handy because she's not. But she break the shit.
She's
out of
good at
things.
testing the endurance of products.
Oh man, like she's not afraid to get really run things over too.
Yeah, that she should be the one working for the infomercials when they're like, "Oh, this can stand the weight of 10 men," and she just walked over with like 3 dogs, and they just fucking. She'd end up like accidentally dropping a tree on it or something, dude. She would. She'd try to pull something out with it or pull something over with it or some other stupid thing. It's pretty awesome. It's hilarious watching her do it because you can see it coming a mile away. For some reason, it never registers with her to be like safe. I don't think she's ever mowed a lawn in her life. She's the worst Mexican ever, right? You thought they were kind of born with knowing how to do that? Like their blood. They need to cut grass.
Like I've never seen her do concrete work before until we had a concrete project. And she was a fucking natural. So I just figured like maybe she would be really good at cutting grass too. Hell no. She's just all over the place. So we woke up the next morning. I was like, oh shit, honey, come here real quick. I made her look out the front window. I was like, somebody defaced our lawn.
That's mean.
She refused to make breakfast.
You're going to hell for that.
It's another step of my yellow brick road to hell. Good times. Yep. Nothing like a party. Let's see. What other fun shit's happened? The garden's up.
Nice.
Yeah, so the garden's been rocking and rolling really, really hard. I got a ½ acre planted. The list of stuff is ridiculous. I posted it before in the chat room. I'm not going to even go over it now, but everything is out of the ground, up at least 4 inches tall, and super, super happy. And I tried to put the greenhouse together today. Putting the greenhouse together with a toddler was a terrible fucking mistake. Because the wife's got some big meeting thing going on today, and she's not going to be home till late. And so I was like, oh, me and Tiniest, man, we'll put this greenhouse together. It'll look really cool when the wife gets home. She'll be able to see the greenhouse and go like, hey, you guys actually did something besides like screw around all day. We're like, yeah, bro fist. But no. So the first hour she was reasonably helpful. At least she wasn't a hindrance. Okay, like she was like, "I'll help measure. I know what this is. This is a square, Dad, and that's a level." And I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, dude! You've learned a lot." And then I'm like all excited, and she's handing me the drill. She's handing me screws, and then over time, she just started handing me screws and stuff like way fucking slower. You know, when kids lose interest in something, and there used to be Johnny on the spot with something, the next thing you know, they have to run around the side of the house with a pocket full of every screw you have because they refuse to leave them in the bucket. And now you have to like chase them down to get what you need. That started happening. Hour 2, it was all why? I'm gonna go water, and then just like starts trying to knock butterflies out of the air with a garden hose, which I guess is great hand-eye coordination, but totally not helpful. Not helpful at all. And then my stupid greenhouse package. It didn't come with the hardware kit. They forgot the hardware kit. So I didn't have any bolts, nuts, screws, like the actual stainless steel ones to put together, any of that shit. None of the hardware. Just the poles and the tarp. And you can't put the poles together without screws. So the base is built. I built a big wooden base for it to make it taller inside. And to keep it from blowing away. And but can't put the rest of it together.
That's how China starts the war. They just start removing the necessary items from every fucking package. Like, oh, you need the lock nut? Not anymore.
I got it from Vivor, and I'm a big fan of Vivor stuff. We've talked about Vivor before on here. Big fan of Vivor stuff. Now, one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that in an instance like this, is they'll determine that, that is like, 40% of the value. And they'll just give you the money back instead of send you the nuts and bolt package, right? They'll just give you like 40% of the money back. And you're like, that's great. So what do I do with it then? But it looks like
measuring for bolts.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm just going to take some of the struts. I'm just going to walk into fucking Home Depot with them in the cart and just push bolts through until I find the right length. And buy, like, I need 54 of one and, like, 48 of the other. And so I'll just buy, like, some of those and call it a day. But that's it. That's pretty much all it is. That's all that's been going on in my life. Bunch of crazy other work stuff, but nobody gives a shit about that. What about you, gentlemen?
People love your war stories.
You working? Yeah, work.
Being broke.
That happens. Yeah, I'm broke right now.
Oh, I'm more broke now than I have been in years.
That's no fun.
I get paid tomorrow. I'll be okay.
Yay! That's always a good feeling.
Well,
You can finally eat that last packet of ramen seasoning you've been saving for emergencies.
Right? No more wiener water soup for dinner.
Right? You finally put that last bit of crusty bread in there just to treat yourself. You made it.
It's been rough, man. No video games.
Oh, shit. I'm going through withdrawal.
Right?
Yeah. Damn.
No porn.
That is the biggest hit right there.
And that's free. How can you
release?
My God. No swimsuit.
That was too much information. Sorry.
Yeah, porn's only free if you have the interwebs. If your interwebs get shut off.
You know what they say? I hate to get myself more hate mail, but they say, show me a man who's never pleasured himself, and I'll show you a man with no arms.
Well, I really doubt that because I've seen those amputees like hump things. So,
masters at putting holes in mattresses.
Yeah, they'll hump things, or or like hump their artificial arm hole.
Hole. Brings a whole new meaning to fucking yourself.
Right? Yeah, I think Like,
Wait, fucking the stranger?
Well,
No,
I mean, the
I'm thinking
ultimate
of
stranger
official
is
vagina in your
fucking
thigh.
your own orthopedic arm. That's the stranger.
No, it's basically you're wearing a fleshlight as your fucking arm, and you just take it off.
Not if you have to take it off. Yeah, you take it off. Yeah, but
Sounds like
it's
it'd be
going to
really
get
intense when you do
fungal.
it.
Fucking multitasker. It's like a brilliant multitasker.
It's going
I
to get
just made
fungal.
someone $1 million. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to take that to Shark Tank. Today, we're going to be helping wounded veterans. We have the detachable leg fleshlight holder. It's right where the calf should be. Photorealistic.
Not only does it give them an appendage, but it also gives them an opportunity to earn money.
Yeah, you just got like this. You just got like this calf vag winking at everybody as you walk.
Little Johnny used to live on the street corner, but now he's steady in the hotel, making $5 for every calf job. Oh, what a beautiful world it is when there's, love and smell of wasted lube.
If you don't know, you can't afford it.
They took it way
You don't.
I left for like 2 minutes. And you guys are just talking about the fucking weirdest shit.
Nobody. This is where our brain goes without adult supervision.
Well, I find that offensive that I kind of took that as you call me an adult, because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard about.
Dad, he's supposed to be freaking adulting, but he's at work as usual.
I know it sucks.
Like,
I
and
actually
then
have
there's
to work.
like
You
Simon
guys
and
the ones that
Garfunkel
work.
playing in the background. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
No birds chirping tonight.
Right? That's the real unusual thing.
Have any of you guys seen that new Civil War movie yet?
I have
What?
not.
I didn't know there was one.
Yep.
No.
So what kind of American are you? But okay, the most unrealistic part, I think, about that movie, and I haven't seen it, is just Texas and California, like, teaming up. I think it would be more like Texas, southern New Mexico, and then like all of the southern United States. I don't think it would really have much to do with California.
I don't think anybody wants anything to do with California.
Yeah.
I think it's a waste of fucking space.
That's pretty bad. Did you see when they raised their minimum wage and everybody lost their jobs? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to laugh at other people's stupidity. I mean, misfortune. But I think that they just thought magically they would keep their 48 hours a week working minimum wage, but magically make $20 an hour.
Listen, when I was a kid and I worked at fucking McDonald's, okay, when I was in high school, I only did it for like a month before I actually got a job at a hardware store doing cool shit. But I mean, I expected to get shit fucking money. Now people go to fucking Mighty Taco and fucking Burger King and McDonald's, and they want as much as somebody that's fucking. I don't know, man.
They want so much as somebody that has like a technical degree. They're looking to make a living wage.
Well, that's because most of them are people that went to school and they can't use a technical degree.
I didn't make you go to school for underwater basket weaving, motherfuckers.
Okay, I need to get up on my soapbox for just a second. If you want good paying wages, get a good paying job.
Yeah,
sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, well, but now all they have to do is complain to their fucking governor or
there was a day when you flipped hamburgers because that's what you did after school to make extra money, not what you did for a living.
So you could buy porn and weed. Yeah,
it's nothing against people who flip hamburgers for a living, but it's just not a skilled trade that deserves that much more money than everybody else.
Dude, when someone can be trained to replace you in 1 hour for your complete job, you do not deserve to make $20 an hour.
Yeah, you don't need to make what an ambulance paramedic makes. You don't deserve it. I'm sorry. Go to school, go to trade school, learn how to be a paramedic if you want paramedic wages. That's what I say.
Listen, because everyone today thinks they go to school,
man.
If they go to school and they take, like Farrell said, basket weaving, or go to school for music or art history. Guess what?
Where people start acting like their parents, and the lady said, what do you do for a living? Or I'm going to school to be an artist, and the lady looks at her and says, oh yeah, have you decided how you're going to make money? Exactly.
I mean, there's so many things you go to school for. It's fucking, it's ridiculous why you would go to school for something that you actually have to have a great amount of fucking skill to do, but you're going against the whole world to do that job.
We have let our children down by telling them they can be anything, work what you want to do for your love for a living. No.
You can't.
Work at what you're good at and you make money at, and do what you love in your free time.
You know who my favorite person is?
Job, and it becomes
Mike
a job.
Rowe.
It's not what you love anymore.
Mike Rowe talks about that shit all the fucking time, dude. His fucking, I mean, he shows all the jobs that are available for people to make fucking $30 an hour, right? But guess what? You got to walk down and do a sewer drain, or you have to clean a
I live in the armpit of America, right? There's like one person every 100 miles. We ain't got much for population. I was helping my students do a job readiness class, they call it, where they prepare to go out in the world and look for jobs. They were required to search for a heavy equipment operator job. There were 25 pages of listings on the job service website for them. Yeah. Just for that one job.
Well, those are called skilled trades, and we're very much lacking in skilled trades. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm getting job offers just because of the shit that I know how to do. I'm like, you can't afford me. Like, you can't afford to pay me what I believe I'm worth to do that for you. It's just because I've been doing it so long, right?
Yeah.
Like, going and pulling a side job for mom and pop place. It's like, you can't afford me. But what you could afford is an apprentice or somebody that's just starting out.
Yeah. But we had a company come in last week into our school, invited all my students to come for lunch. They bought us all pizza and snacks and put on an hour presentation of why we should pick them to work for them. My students.
Yeah, they're out there recruiting people.
Begging my students to work for them.
Yeah, you don't see people going and fucking trying to recruit high school students to go and be a liberal arts teacher and teach about, vagina fucking art or some bullshit like that, like dick modeling. You don't see that stupid shit. Like,
dude, when we were in school, they had
welding schools.
Yeah,
welding schools, dude.
Stuff.
Like right now, there's a shitload of trade schools that are kind of opened up around here. There's a welding specific trade school. You go in and freaking a year, they teach you all the different types of welding and stainless steel and aluminum, fucking everything.
And then they set you up with a grinder job, and you work your way up from there.
And then you go for another year and get like underwater and work on a bunch of stuff. It's an expensive school, but
underwater,
it's a school.
That's expensive.
It's a school that the VA will pay for. It's a school that you can get grants to pay for. But this is a school that's going to cost. It's going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $30,000. That's significantly fucking less than your arts degree. That's totally worthless that you spent $120K on. Right? It was basically a vacation to get away from mommy and daddy for 4 years. So, but this one you knock it out.
Anyone that's done that deserves whatever is happening to them.
But these guys are coming out of this. These guys are coming out of these welding school and making $50 an hour.
No, they're starting off at $70 only because I used to weld, and I still know people. Beginners are getting $72 an hour on overnight shifts.
Fuck it, I quit. I'm gonna go do that.
I mean, and to start off, I mean, the first 6 months suck when you get out of welding school because you're sent somewhere and you're grinding everything down, you're prepping everything. Okay,
put on some noise canceling headphones and listen to some fucking music or an audio book or a podcast.
Oh God. No, yeah, but it doesn't matter. But I mean, even still, they're still making $45 an hour for their introduction period. for the first 90 days, which is twice as much you're going to make at McDonald's with your fucking progressive arts or whatever fantasy world shit you're going to school for today.
Underwater basket weaving.
Yeah.
But like, but yeah, that shit like that. That's like $50 an hour, guys. We're talking about $50 an hour for your first 40 hours, right? And then $75 an hour for every hour after that. And then plus these places have really nice benefit packages. So usually a company fucking truck too. So
no,
it's like
I'd never say that.
oil filled welding stuff. I've seen a lot of them. Unless you're an independent contractor, they set you up because they want you to use their equipment. They want you to use their equipment on their equipment.
Well, right? You and I are talking about different things. You're talking about fucking Texas oil fields where there's fucking one person doing a job, going out and doing it. So you got a truck. Here, I'm talking about a fucking team of people going to work on a fucking skyscraper.
You're talking about,
and they show up.
About like a welding shop or a fab shop or something.
Yeah, or
I'm talking about individuals going out and fixing something.
Yeah, we know a couple people that are in anonymous that do that.
Yeah, that makes good fucking money.
They do.
That kicks your butt. I mean, you're gonna come home dirty, but you know what? You'll actually make enough money that even with fucking inflation, you'll be able to buy a house.
Dude, they don't even they save money on those jobs by when they go to the field, they have campsites with RVs. And you're paying rent for those, but the rent is so fucking obliteratingly cheap. It's less than the gas it takes you to drive back and forth to get home. Because a lot of those places are 2 hours out into the fucking desert. You know what I mean? That's a lot of fucking driving to get to and from work.
Yeah. So it's like, is it a fun, glorious office job you've always wanted? No. But do you really want to work in an office with a whole bunch of people who are super sensitive? God almighty. My wife had a thing today where she had to confront somebody that was working with her, that was working under her for being kind of whiny. And she had to dance around it. Like she couldn't just stop being a little bitch, right? Because people are super sensitive these days. She had to be nice, which is interesting. I would have loved to see that because she hasn't been nice to me in years. Yeah. So I would have liked to see her nice professional side. I've never seen that. I've always seen the angry, spicy Mexican side. So it's just like I couldn't do that. That's not my personality. My personality is give me a fucking job and get the fuck out of my way. I will make the job happen. You won't have to check on me. I'm not gonna fuck off and start watching YouTube or fucking Netflix or whatever. I'm gonna put my freaking noise canceling headphones on and get the goddamn job done. And I get a lot of shit done in the day because of that. And that's all you gotta do, guys. It actually feels good to use your muscles. My partner for the last 48 hours is a guy who's a what are these new ones? Gen Z or whatever. He's 19 and can't talk to women, and he's like maybe 105 or 110 pounds. And it's like, all right, buddy, when you start, this is how you can lift stuff. I know it's really hard because this only weighs 30 pounds, but you at 30 pounds, you lifting that is like a third of your fucking body weight. So you actually have to lift this properly. This 30-pound bag a year. Properly, you're going to fuck yourself up. Man, it's like 30-pound bag a year. Just pick it up, But kids, like I think humans are de-evolving, or maybe we're evolving into something weaker. Yeah, like weaker. Like
we're less dependent on strength.
Yeah,
it's like maybe a time machine where you got the ones where they think they're really fucking smart, so they go ahead and they let their body go to shit.
Yeah, maybe we're doing that because it's very interesting to see, because you see a lot of these Gen Z kids that are like that, who are physically weak and
but they got the mouth of a fucking bodybuilder.
Yeah, but they're not very worldly. They're not very curious either, which drives me insane. It's like, why? Like, I get these other kids, like, maybe 5, 6 years older, and they'll ask me questions like, why? Why does this work? What is that? Why does that happen? Stuff like that. I get some 21, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, they'll ask questions. But this new batch, like 20, 21, 20, 19, 18, they don't. They're not curious at all why it works. They just know that if they press the red button, the red light comes on. They don't fucking know. They don't want to know why. They don't want to know what the red button does. It's just like they've been conditioned. It's like conditioning, right? Like the school's conditioning the kids to give them a specific.
I didn't even want to talk about what the schools are doing to the kids. That's just ridiculous. The whole system
They're conditioning them to not ask questions, to not have a fucking imagination, and to just basically.
Well, I would go the exact other way. They want them to have all imagination because they want them to believe that they can do or be whatever the fuck they want. And that's not true. It all started right when I was getting out of high school, when they started giving out the participation trophies, everybody. No one's a loser. Jesus. You're all fucking winners.
That was long. I was already gone.
Yeah. I got news for you. You're a loser.
Older than you. Oh, no, I just got out of high school. Really, I got out of high school in 95. So that's because I graduated way early. But they weren't given, at least where I was at, they didn't give participation trophies back then.
Yeah, they were. I graduated in 94. They were definitely giving out stupid ass.
Maybe where you were at on the freaking East Coast, but not in rural fucking Idaho. They didn't give fucking everything to anybody. We still got hit. Like the principal still actually had a paddle and still hit people. I know. I got hit.
Fucking threatened me with an erection.
That's where that king comes from. Fuck. Yeah, but oh man, and these kids evidently they're these 18, 19, 20, and 21-year-olds, they're having less sex than any other generation before them.
Did we really want them to fucking breed? Let's be honest.
No,
do we really want these fuckers to breed?
But I'm wondering, what did they put in? What happened to their? Did there something that we put in their food, or are they evolving into something that just doesn't go through puberty in this right way?
Is it wrong that I don't care? I'm just happy they're not fucking breeding. Can you imagine what their kids would be like? I mean, they would grow up. They'd be putting them in fucking cat and dog outfits, taking them for walks outside. We'll have kids in fucking aquariums. I mean, I can't. It's a glass fucking ceiling out there. These fuckers. It's gonna be great.
Well, this next generation, the generation that's what is it, like 4 years old to 10-year-old? It's Gen Alphas that are coming up. They are supposed that everything I've seen and read is that they're redeeming. Like they're very, very aggressive generation. And I believe it. My daughter's aggressive. Shit, man. She's very violent, like her mom. She's like, that's a bad guy. We should shoot him. I was like, you can't shoot the TV, sweetheart. But if I saw him, I would totally kill him. I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good. We're going to have a lot of talks about this. Like, yeah. Yeah. Like,
words and school words.
I was like, yeah, but that guy's an actor. That guy's not really, that's not really the bad guy. That's not the penguin. That's not really the penguin. He's an actor.
I want to hunt him down and kill him. And his family.
Exactly. Yeah, they're aggressive. And her friends, and her friends that are her age, and so like are aggressive as well. And it's interesting. Like they were raised by, well, my daughter's been raised by me, so that's understandable. And she's got my wife's aggressive nature too. But like her friends they weren't raised. They were raised by touchy-feely parents that are much younger than we are. We got bored and started over. But their parents, I just don't know what I don't know where we went wrong. I don't know where we went wrong. I was like, no, that's how a kid's supposed to be. It's they're eating dirt. That's normal. Let them eat bugs. Let them play around. Let them chase each other around and throw rocks at each other. That's perfectly fine. They're gonna put an eye out. No, they're 6 and 7. They can't even throw a rock hard enough to puncture the orbit. They get a black eye, but they're not gonna physically knock an eye out. You guys are pussies. They can't lift a rock big enough to fucking break that orbit. But yeah, so maybe Gen Alpha is supposed to be it's supposed to be a redeeming one. So you just have to get through this
the next 20 years.
Terrible, this terrible mistake that's happened, and maybe maybe history will come back around. Right, it'll come back around. If they're kind of one lesson though. Oh yeah. Dude, did I tell you what happened? I went to Home Depot to go buy this lumber. Right. It was the biggest thirst trap I've ever accidentally done in my entire fucking life. Right? So,
what?
Thirst trap. It was like a thirst trap. I was a thirst trap. It felt good. Yeah, I was a thirst.
What?
I got to be a thirst trap. So, it felt good. It was great. It boosted the living shit out. It boosted my self-esteem. So what happened is that just this magical amount of bullshit happened to hit all at once, where nobody in the whole family had a babysitter. So I ended up with all the little nieces. So there's me, my daughter, the little biter 2-year-old that bites, but she's adorable, and a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. So I got all these little girls, so they're all dressed up and they're all cute little dresses. Everything like that. And I have to go to fucking Home Depot to go and pick up a bunch of lumber and wood and some tools. So I'm getting all the kids out of the truck, I'm juggling them all, and I get them into the car. And there's just ladies there getting whatever the fuck they're getting. I was like, oh, you're such a good dad. Oh. I'm like, lady, these kids are all different colors, but fuck it, whatever. Sure, I'll take it. That one's kind of white. That one's real, real dark. We're not even sure if that one's half black. And then there's it's they're all different colors, but hey, whatever. It's like the lady at the checkout. Well, the lady at the checkout was like, I got a big mouth, right? So the lady at the checkout was like, oh, these guys are so cute. I was like, I don't know where those ones came from. I found them. This one's mine.
Yeah. I got those in the parking lot.
It was like, she suddenly started looking at them, those so they didn't look like me. I was like, I might have taken that joke. But can I have my receipt?
Yeah, right. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a weird question. Have any of you guys done any mycology work?
Indirectly, yes.
What does indirectly mean?
Inoculated.
Wait, are you mean in the past or lately?
Lately.
Oh yeah. I'm getting ready to kick off my big gourmet operation, girl. I've been getting that all place. That's actually hitting the ground.
Beautiful. That's
they finally gave me an official contract with dollar signs on it, so now I really got more motivated.
That's fantastic.
Ooh.
Yeah. It even has a date of getting paid and every stuff.
Wow.
Oh, that's fancy.
Not till August, but still.
It's a real.
They offered it to me monthly or bi-weekly or whatever I wanted. I said I wanted in one lump sum at the end. Please, thank you.
There you go.
Wait, at the end?
Yeah, at the end. Well, in August, I'll get paid in August.
That's great.
So you get to.
So the summer vacation is going to be knee deep in hookers and blow.
Right.
Well, I fucked up and promised most of the money to my daughter for her wedding.
You're retarded.
I know.
It's a wedding. It's only her first. Is it her first wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully only wedding.
Yeah, how's that working out for the world?
I don't know.
Not well for
my
me.
kids are actually good kids. I got lucky.
I was a okay child-ish. I wouldn't say good. I'd say mediocre.
Hey, my daughter isn't. My daughter's almost 30 or in her 30s already and doesn't even have kids yet.
Oh, well.
And just now getting married.
Yeah, she better get on that.
Yeah. I don't know that they can, but that's the
clock's a ticking.
Well, I mean, she could buy one or rent one, or whatever.
Well, they have dogs.
Trimmy just can't wait to have to send her to private school. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's like, Dad, that kid would really do good in fucking private school.
She's been living with her fiance for like 3 years now. I mean, if they were gonna have kids, they would have by now.
Maybe. They might have been using protection. I mean,
I don't know. I try not to ask those kind of questions because I never ask questions that you don't want to know the answer to. That's why at the end here, okay?
That's why my hair's shiny.
That's words of the record. I got my end of the quote done already.
Nice, fantastic. Yeah,
never ask questions that you don't want to know the answer to.
I guess the Myco thing related thing is that I had to chip a bunch of old dead mesquite wood. Like it was old, so it was like basically turned to powder. And so I mixed it in this big batch of slime from the cactus, and then I just inoculated the whole damn thing with a big thing of liquid culture just to see what would happen. And it's out there in like this. There was a hole that I pulled a stump out of. And so I was like, I just poured all of it in there, maybe like 30 gallons, and to see what would happen. And so that's just an experiment. I was like, it should have plenty of nutrients, tons of nutrients. So, and it holds water well. That cactus is like, aerogel basically. So this should hold. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But nobody thought my compost pile would just grow a shitload of mushrooms, and it grew a shitload of mushrooms. So, yeah.
Mine always is popping out mushrooms. I could throw all my cakes in there. I've been doing that to my raised garden beds too.
Nice.
The most recent thing that I've been doing, I picked it up from watching Yoshi's videos when he does shoe boxes because I've been trying to go back to spore as much as I can. I don't want to run huge runs in my bigger tubs, but I was using tape around to seal the two boxes together, and he suggested using these elastic bands, these silicone rubber bands, and they work great unless they're not on completely even, and then it'll sling the top across the room unexpectedly, which is also
like in the middle of the night.
Yes, that's happened. I woke up at like 2 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck was that noise? And then when I went and checked the tubs in the morning, I'm like, oh, cool. One from the top just shot across my fruiting area. And no contamination, so I guess I'm not too dirty. But fucking damn, didn't expect that to be a hazard of using them. But it saves me on the tape.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I found a turtle, like outside.
Found a turtle. I like turtles.
No, it's an ornate desert box turtle. They're really cool. Man. They're land turtles, like tortoises, but they're actually turtles. But they only get.
So they don't need water that much.
They don't need water at all. They're a turtle, but they're a tortoise. It's one of those weird things. They just happened to. They thought they were tortoises forever until somebody did genetic study on them and found out, actually they're a turtle. So
actually, no shit.
But they look like
here, but they're in the water.
They look like tortoises. Like you get like really colorful tortoises. But yeah, they're like expensive. So it was nice to find them like randomly. So he now lives in the big fucking habitat in the front room on a table, and they're very sociable. Like they're very they got a really big personality. So like he comes out when he hears you enter the room to like try to get food, but the problem is they'll overeat, and like they really like dog food, like really, 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 really like dog food. Like a fat kid loves cake.
Turtles.
Yeah. So I have to tell the wife, I was like, only once like a month can he have some fucking dog food. Because I went to work for 3 days. I came back and I was like, wow, he didn't eat his dog food. Oh, no, he keeps eating it. I just keep getting it more. And I was like, no. That's not good. He's full grown. He's just going to get so pudgy he can't even go inside his shell. It's not good.
Just little turtle fat rolls poking out.
Exactly. He's just going to turn. It's like we can't even retract his fucking head. It's just literally fat rolls everywhere. It's like you're going to give him fucking. But once turtles or tortoises start getting obese, they get cancer, like pretty much automatically. And so it's like, you're going to give him fucking cancer, honey. Jesus Christ. You give him the penis cancer. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at all the things people got to learn so far this episode.
Do you think you can make foie gras with a turtle?
They have huge livers. So
if you I wonder.
That is going to be like the slowest fucking way to make it possible. But I've been working on this batch for 22 years.
It's a perfect season. Every day, massage the turtle before sticking the tube.
It's real hard. Yeah. Just give it some fucking dog food.
Yeah.
You don't have to force feed it at all. I think it'll eat the fucking shit out of dog food. Am I the only one drinking?
Side hustle. Yeah, I think you might be.
What happened? I didn't do it.
Yeah, everybody else is working.
I was typing my life away there for a second. I got lost in it.
That's all right. I was like, am I the only one drinking? Jesus Christ.
I wish I was drinking.
Well, I deserve it.
I got a sip of coffee here. I'll have a sip with you.
Yay! Cheers! Salute!
Good stuff.
Coffee.
Talking garden, we were going to do a weed episode, but I think we ought to wait till next one for that.
That's what you said last time, and then you were like took a month off.
I didn't take a month off.
We do need to do a weed episode, but I don't think it's appropriate for you to do a weed episode from work.
I'm not like 100% committed to the podcast tonight. So I that's an episode where I'd like to be like with my good headphones on, sitting in my good computer and talking straight to you, my audience.
With the parrots, the parrot backup.
Gotta have the birds. They're like my backup. They help me think.
Yeah, backup singers on Little Shop of Horrors.
Hit me, Seymour.
Choo-be-doo. Yeah.
Did Deadpool walk away again?
Nope.
He's probably fucking muted himself because he hates what we're talking about.
He loves my parrots.
I love your birds. I just figured we've been on show. We've talked about mycology about 5 seconds.
We should talk about mycology.
Nah, it's too late. Now.
Too late.
Everybody that came to the mycology show to listen to the mycology, if they wanted mycology, they've now sat through 48 minutes with nothing but us complaining about the fucking schools, which a lot of people like that shit, which is fine.
They do.
But anybody that wanted to sit here and learn have not.
I'm sorry.
They should read the title of this episode isn't going to have anything to do with mycology.
You know what we should do?
Probably read that.
We should get some shock collars that are hooked to the podcast and give Deadpool a button, and let's try and have a mycology only podcast. If we get off topic, he pushes the button and shocks us.
Oh no, he would push the button. Just he'd try to listen real careful, crank his gain up all the way in his fucking audio. Listen real careful. Is he taking a drink? Fuck yeah, fucking try to fuck you every single time. You try to take a drink or you're taking a piss or something like that. He would shock the shit out of you.
Or I just get a twitch.
Yeah, he twitches.
Do you want to have
a
mycology only episode? Wouldn't that be interesting? I don't think we've ever done one of those.
Yeah, we have. We've done several. We've done a lot.
We've attempted. We've never actually succeeded.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that we don't fall down every rabbit hole possible, but it's like I don't know. The last I want to say the last 3 or 4 episodes, I think we probably have like 5 minutes of mycology in all of them. And the closest thing to mycology we talked to is a frog with a fucking mushroom growing on his back.
Hey, I talked about my gourmets tonight. Hey, morel season is upon us, everybody. That's another mycology.
Oh yeah. I just read
that
it was starting to pick up in lower parts of Montana.
There's a website called The Great Morel that you can go to, and it shows a map, and people upload it where, and they show a picture of when they found one. So
I was about to
we're at the country where the morels are popping.
I was about to say, I mean, feel free to put your GPS coordinates on the server if you want to go with anybody.
No. That's a separate website. It's up to you. It's just a picture.
I'll share my morals with people.
Yeah,
I don't share my morel grounds with my old lady. Okay, that's private stuff.
Now that's what the OnlyFans should be. You showing your secret hideouts. This is my chanterelle.
I don't trust anybody enough to show my morel hunting grounds.
People would pay. They'd pay for like an only morels or like an only wildcrafting. Like OnlyFans that just has that just drops like pins.
Dude, I went morel hunting last spring, and I got a decent amount, probably 30 or 40 of them on my first day out, which isn't bad for your first trip.
No.
And I showed pictures of them to some friends. Like, where did you find those? It's like, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah,
I'm not telling you.
Away.
Yeah,
I found them
in the woods.
Found them in Alaska in a cave under an alien fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was something you could go out there and pick them by the picnic basket full, sure, I'd share the location. But no, I'm lucky to get 30 or 40. That's enough for me to have like 2 good meals. That's it.
There was some alien shit in the fucking news recently. What the fuck was it?
There always is. They're trying. Whenever I see alien shit in the news, I like to look everywhere else to find out what's being covered up at that time. So they want you looking there while everything else is going on. They're like, there's an alien balloon. Pay no attention to the votes going on in Congress.
Yeah. There was something really fucking sketchy that went on though recently, and I'm trying to think of what it was, but I got distracted by doing farm shit. But I sent the link of all the stuff to my wife, and I was like, "Yeah, we're fucked." But then I just totally left my mind.
Well, Iran sending missiles.
Oh, the Iran thing. Everybody freaked out about the Iran thing. I watch these guys on YouTube, which shout out to them. They're called the Grim Reapers, and what they do is they have a DCS, which is like where they fly planes, like combat, like digital combat simulator, I guess. That's what it's for. But it's like all planes and aircraft and everything like that. Well, it's updated by actual people, right? And it's legit. And most of the people that are with the Grim Reapers are like actual pilots and people who work the weapon systems and stuff, and they do it as legit as they can fucking do it. And they're really entertaining to listen to. But they've done the Iranian drone strike thing a million times based off of all the intelligence they had, where they launched like 350 fucking drones at once against like a battle fleet, and they never even get close. And they launch all their stupid little fucking missiles, and they never get close. The Houthi fucking missiles, and they never get close. And it's like, yeah, it's just because we got the AGM-3s and we got everything else. They just we just rape with them. They never even got
in Israel. They 75% of them got shot down over Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, did you see how pissed?
This shit.
The Iran was shocked, that not a single one of their shit. They were like, "Oh, fuck." I was like, "Yeah."
They also give them a warning. They give them like an 8-hour heads up. By the way.
And it's like, yeah, we can't just move a little bit of our Patriots and just point them that way. You're like, well, Iron Dome, you motherfucking ass. And they just recently updated the Iron Dome now, so it can do hypersonics. So it's like, fuck you, dude. You're not even. It's not going to do anything at all. And like all of our new interceptors, it's ridiculous. When you have one missile destroyer, like one destroyer class, like boat that we usually have, that's in the Gulf, they can launch like 258 of those fucking interceptor missiles in a volley. Yeah, fuck you. What are you gonna do? They can do exo-atmospheric interceptions at like 20 times the speed of sound. Even the new Russian like super ultrasonic freaking cruise missiles, they start off. Oh, let's see if we can intercept one. Bang. Okay, let's see if we can intercept 100 of them. Bunch of bangs. You know, like the only way nowadays to win a war is to use a cyber attack first to try to knock out satellites and knock out communications and knock out their ability to see a target. But even if they did that with like Patriot systems, Iron Dome, Aegis, everything else, those operate independently of a network connection. So they don't have to have a network connection at all. They just have to have a power source, which could be fucking battery backup because they all have battery backup. So
then what happens if, say, you've got thousands of people coming over the border, joining the armed forces, the police forces, and they are right there next to those fucking places to go ahead and protect yourself?
Or if they're in control of them.
Or that. I didn't want to go that route because then I got a tinfoil hat on. I'm just simply asking what happened.
Okay, so back in the early 1990s, 1991, 1992, Israel started something, and I'm not sure if it's common knowledge. It's called the Blue Window Project, where they were taking attractive young ladies and putting them in positions where they would meet individuals that had the potential to rise in the ranks of foreign diplomats.
They've been doing that forever. That's what espionage is. Whores.
Yeah. But a great many of them are their job was to just, they don't have to report in or anything. Their job was just to,
they're sleepers.
They're sleepers, right? To get married, have kids. To get married, have kids, be a great freaking wife, blah, 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 live your life, enjoy it and shit. In case one day we need to take that person out, we just, that's your job. So, but yeah, it's really cool. But I think that I work really closely with Border Patrol, and everybody's like, oh, it's Mexicans coming over the border. No, that hasn't been for a long time. Most of the people intercepted right now, despite what Biden fucking says, are military-aged Chinese men.
Yep.
And yeah, like 17 to 25. And you can come over here to the detention center, which I actually only live 30 miles from. And I have to go there all the fucking time in the ambulance because, okay, here's something that's funny. And I don't know if it's common knowledge. But so Biden doesn't want any pictures of skinny refugees. So did you know those guys are on a 10,000 calorie a day diet?
Holy shit.
Yeah. So,
trying to make sumo wrestlers.
Well, they can't run anymore. That's the fucking thing.
If they're wide enough, they cannot fit through the hole in the gate.
Well, the problem is that we're taking all of these people and feeding them a 10,000 calorie a day Americanized diet, which is very high in fat and very high in sugar, and all of their gallbladders are going to shit. Like gallstones right now are like maybe maybe 1 in 1,000 people get a gallstone every fucking year, or have a gallbladder issue every fucking year. Right now, it's like maybe 1 in every 20. So we're there like several times a day. Yep, that's your gallbladder. Time to go take you in, and let's go get them. We'll go in there and they'll rip that baby out.
Can I ask who's paying for the surgery?
It's gonna piss you off.
The taxpayers.
It's way worse than that. It's gonna piss you off.
Is it the hospitals just pushing it out to other people?
It's the worst fucking thing. It's gonna piss you it's gonna piss everybody off. Our listeners, everybody.
Tell me.
The Veterans Administration.
What
the fuck?
Yep. So Biden took the money away from the Veterans Administration and literally enrolled all the illegal aliens under detention in the VA healthcare program.
Dude, I can't even get my VA done without jumping through fucking hoops.
They all have a temporary VA number, and they are all 100% SGLI VA fucking
Jesus
covered.
I served 12 years, and I'm not even 50%.
Yeah. Nope, they're all 100% SGLI VA covered. Every time we have to take someone somewhere, they get a surgery or anything like that, we bill the VA.
Perfect.
That is fucking unfucking believable.
Okay. I gotta leave soon to go home, but I want to go ahead and add my positive note. Next time you see an illegal immigrant, tell them thank you for your service.
That's fucking crazy.
I didn't know how to react when I saw that because I was like, wait, you're a veteran, then why don't you speak English? Why do you only speak Mandarin? And what? And they had to explain it to me. Like the Border Patrol guys had to explain it to me. Like, listen, it's not that. It's that they didn't have a way to provide health care for them.
Well, I mean, are you 100% sure that the VA is no longer paying my bills for the longest time?
Yes.
But now they're all the illegal immigrants that are here to take over the country.
The 1,000%. Yes.
I hate to get political, but they want them here because they vote for the correct people.
No, they're not voting.
They're not voting. They're here waiting for shit to hit the fan.
That's exactly what's happening. As soon as they're released, they just disappear.
They're sleeper cells, dude.
They're all sleeper cells.
You know how I want my Myco fucking frontier area? You know, I want a fucking nice big plot of land, and a lab, and some fucking shit for my friends. No, these motherfuckers have camps where they're training people and they're getting in shape, and they have guns and everything else, just waiting for the grid to go down when they finally decide to pull that last bridge incident that's gonna fucking bring the whole world down.
The fucking bridge incident was a goddamn terror attack. They hijacked the internet of that motherfucker and steered it into that thing.
You know, so it's
100%.
And I can only imagine you just to ask yourself, if you have 1,000 of these people, now there's tens of thousands of people coming over the border every day. Okay, now just say 1,000 of those people, they were in your neighborhood. Now they're living in a warehouse, a fully armed warehouse. They are sitting in there waiting for this to happen. What do you think that your police force of 6 people is going to be able to do when the shit hits the fan? Absolutely fucking nothing. They're going to fucking spread out, take out everybody. And right now, basically what they're doing is they're finding out where they have to go first when the shit starts. So,
well, I think mostly what they're doing is they're just pre-positioning themselves near important things like power distribution centers, oil field distribution places, power hubs, like water supplies.
But there aren't many of those.
Yes, there are.
Well, for 1,000 people, you need one person at night with a gun to take out a whole fucking thing. Just pull one hole up, the oil drops out, and the whole fucking system fries because we can't even make replacements anymore.
But you have a bunch of them. You've got a bunch of them that need to distract the cops. You got a bunch of them that need to do terrorist attack cell here, terrorist attack there, to get everybody looking one direction and stir up the chaos so the TVs go crazy. Right. And the media goes crazy. And then they cut power, they cut water, they cut fuel, they cut the internet. And so you can't take America out from the outside. It's just not fucking possible. If we see you coming or know you're fucking coming, all we do is get angry.
We do see you coming.
No, but if tomorrow China declared war on America, America go, well, fuck you too. And then, we'd be in a big ass war and China would lose by attrition. But like but the cost would be astronomically high. Or you can take all of these people who you don't have jobs for because your economy's shit right now anyway, and ship them the fuck over here and let them go and just integrate into society and get to places where they can cause absolute fucking chaos. And in a year from now, or say this next election when everybody's already fucking pissed off, fuck everything up.
And then blame it on Trump anyways. Oh, look what Trump's doing again. No,
or just blame it on whoever.
I bet you martial law is going to take effect, and it's never going to fucking happen because they're going to use these people. And when I say these people, I mean the fucking scumbags that are invading us right now. They're going to use these people to go ahead, cause shit to allow Biden, the fucking zombie who can't fucking walk from one room to another, who'd like to shake hands with invisible people behind him when he's done talking to the microphone. All right? This motherfucker is going to martial law, and then we're stuck on them forever until they decide to give us our rights back. You're letting them do it to you.
I think they would probably find some reason to replace him almost immediately.
Yeah, they're going to kill him. He's going to die, and then you're going to have that fucking dumb cunt.
No, it's definitely not Makamala or whatever her name is. But it's I just think I don't think they're gonna off him. He doesn't know what he's doing, dude. Like, if he didn't
have you ever seen when he gets off, he starts walking the wrong way? Or
that's like every fucking day.
He starts to shake hands with people.
I personally do not believe he's in any sort of danger. I think that he is. He's
a puppet. That's all he is.
Most likely, they're just gonna be like 20 year old. He's gonna be like, "I tried to retire, but y'all tell me to keep going." And then they're just gonna find a reason to replace him because of incompetence, or a doctor will come out and say, "Oh, because of the stress, it has advanced his dementia or some shit," and just fucking get rid of him, just on a medical basis.
Well, right. But what I'm saying is, there's a chain of command. So
have they tapped who's going to be his running mate? Who's going to be his running mate? I don't think it's going to be Clamato this time.
Chlamydia's not going to be the running mate again?
I don't think it's going to be. I think whoever's going to be his running mate will be the next. Like,
Kuifa's not going to be the running mate.
Kuifa.
Whatever the fuck her name is. But
my favorite thing, there's this place called Ukraine and this other place called Russia, and they're very mad at each other. Oh, God damn.
I never get involved in that because I know people over there, and it's just fucking retarded.
But like the people who, okay, you know what Kamala Harris reminds me of? She reminds me of Honey Boo Boo, the little fucking, remember the little Honey Boo Boo, the little blonde hair Honey Boo Boo, right? Little blonde hair Honey Boo Boo, whose most famous fucking quote is, "I wish I had 6 fingers so I could grab more cheese balls." All right, so she reminds me. Kamala fucking Harris reminds me of goddamn Honey Boo Boo, just because of the stupid goddamn quotes she's had are just mind blowing. They're amazing. Oh my God. These are people that people vote for.
Yeah, and you'd think, if there's more critical thinkers.
People could not have voted for them. It's not possible.
I think people, you underestimate. You think, okay, 50% of the people are dumber than the other half. That's why it's called fucking average intelligence.
That's
why it's called average intelligence.
No, but I'm saying, but that's not the problem. It's not 50% of the people. It's fucking with the fucking electoral system. That's fucking us because we got fucking California and New York fucking City. Okay, it's like fucking 5 square fucking miles is in charge of the whole fucking state.
Yeah, I don't understand
Buffalo,
New York.
Yeah,
I don't understand how it can't just be a straight vote based on like numbers, right? Like, why do certain
that's what
places?
I want.
But like, I don't understand. Okay, I understand the electorate, and they keep changing the districts to make them whatever they want to be. But why can't it just be like have 500 million people in fucking America or whatever? Why can't, or we're like what? I don't think we're only 300 million people. Whatever. Why can't it just be however many votes for A and however many votes for B, and it's the one with the most votes win? Why do we have to do electoral college? Like, why can't we just do number of fucking votes? Like straight count.
Because tell me.
Because but I mean, a straight count makes more sense because like your vote actually counts. You know, the electoral college people, they're not actually like, they don't have to vote for whoever.
No, they vote whoever they feel is correct.
Yes.
For their division and their state.
There's no contract that says like, okay, like you get people who are voting for the electoral college, like the actual like vote casters or whatever. Those vote casters, they're like, well, I don't really like him, but like 90% of my constituents said I'm supposed to vote for him. Well, fuck him, I'm voting for this other person. That happens all the time. Where at that point, your vote is completely fucking null and void. You might as well have just eaten fucking toilet paper and smoked a doobie because it doesn't fucking mean goddamn shit. You could have done nothing. It doesn't mean anything at all. Like, your vote literally means absolutely fucking nothing with the current system it has, because for absolutely no reason whatsoever, anybody can choose to vote. And your vote actually doesn't count. Only their vote counts.
Oh yeah, and then now you don't have to have a license or anything else to fucking do it to vote. So don't get me wrong, fucking I don't think the voting illegal immigrants is a thing. You would have to get way too many out there, and it would be way too fucking obvious. I mean, why would they bother doing that when they have the fucking mail-in ballots already? You know, so
and they don't care enough. I've never met an illegal alien. They cared enough to participate in our electoral system. Not only that, but they know enough about it to even understand the voting process, because it's fucking stupidly complicated. They just don't give a shit. They're here a lot of the times, in my experience, being right here on the fucking border. They're here to make some, the ones, that aren't Chinese spies, are here to make some fucking money to send back home because back home sucks. And that's it. That's 100% of it. That's all they want to do. They want to come over here, make some fucking money, and send like 90% of it. They'll live in a fucking shack on the side of the goddamn road and send 90% of their they'll eat ramen and send 90% of the paycheck back home to their family. And that is the most common way that it works out. And then if they get a good enough raise and they've paid off whatever debts back home and got their family out of a city situation, they'll try to move their family over. And I have never had a problem with first generation, illegal alien families. Like I deal with them all the time. They're always very nice.
You're very biased.
Okay, hold on. My wife she's a...
Yep.
Huh. I was like, no, she's American now, but
it's fine. I don't give a fuck about the Mexicans. It's the Chinese and the Haitians and the fucking Africans, the South Africans that are coming over. They're coming over for a reason. They're not coming over. Dude, I grew up in a country where we had Mexicans come in every fucking summer because the farmers all use them to harvest all the crops. All right. Now, I couldn't work there because I would get minimum wage, which at the time was like $9. To fucking
wow, you guys had a lot of money up there. It was like $2.22, 25 cents working farm work back in the day. Wait, where the fuck is it? Not fucking rich ass East Coast shit.
That's crazy.
I used to get paid $2.50 a flat for picking raspberries. A flat. Raspberries are the thorniest.
I bet you wish you had 6 fingers.
So I could pick more raspberries.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude. See, every time I hear that shit, I fucking see her pudgy little face with all the curls and her holding that giant goddamn barrel from fucking Costco of cheese balls, licking all the orange off her fucking fingers, going, I wish I had 6 fingers so I could get more cheese balls. And I'm like, that's it. That's fucking it. That's why the aliens won't talk to us. We're just totally fucked. It's over. And then to find out, like,
Honey
Honey Boo Boo's mom was like had an active dating life, and I was like,
Dude, she dated pedophiles.
holy, really?
Like the guy, yeah, like her ex-husband and the stepfather, whoever, it was fucking pedophiles. She was with some like that. Home life was fucked up.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah,
right.
Man, that makes a lot of sense because that kid was fucked up. Is that still fucked up? Like, what is it like today? Is that thing? Oh, dude, I really don't want to fuck up my Google algorithm by googling this.
Don't
Like,
don't put Honey Boo Boo in your goddamn fucking thing, dude. Trust me.
I'm gonna see. I gotta do it, dude. I want to see what happened to the kid.
She was born in 2000.
Oh my god,
she's 18 now.
She is. She's with some big fat black guy.
Oh, she's still
Doesn't
big.
mean
Wow.
anything.
No,
Is she a big fat white girl?
yes, with the big fat. It's very stereotypical. It's very racist. I'm gonna put the pictures. Gonna go in. The pictures are going in our podcast pics.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Farrell, just when I think you can't get any worse, you completely redeem yourself.
Yeah, it's exactly what you think. He's wearing a weed shirt. He's got a grill. Yeah.
It's not a weed shirt, is it? That's a fucking goddamn fucking palm tree.
Whatever.
She looks pregnant, though.
Like. He wants to do a motherfucking weed podcast. I don't even know what it looks like.
I don't. Yeah, you guys are gonna teach. You guys are gonna teach like me how to do it.
You shut your goddamn wank suckers, bro.
You better.
I'm looking for this drunk history so I can watch it when we're done here. And it's not on any of the streaming shit. None of them.
It's on what is it, Paramount?
Is it? That's the one I don't have. I've got Peacock, Discovery, Netflix, Prime, and Disney. God damn.
Oh, fun fact. Have you ever used justwatch.com?
Just Watch?
Yeah, if you justwatch.com, it's a search engine so you can look up like a movie or a show and it'll tell you what it's streaming on.
Oh, all right, cool. Nice.
There's
my positive note for the episode.
Right. Your motivational fucking quote. I like it. Wow.
There you go. That's my motivational fucking quote. Really, goddamn. Fucking dad just posted it. That.
You know what needs to be under that picture is a picture that Ampro put on here of the fucking snake that after 8, and it says people like to fucking see pictures of fucking Honey Boo Boo as a fucking snake. It's right up here. Here, I'll do it. Yeah, let's see. Copy this thing real quick.
It hurts.
Right down here. Paste it right here. Gotta do.
When was that turning point when people used to like take pride in themselves and their appearance?
That's such a good kitty, though. Look at it; it's very peaceful.
Yeah.
The cat is sleeping. Don't disturb the cat. That's a good olive python. Anybody wants to know what kind of python that is? That is a olive python. They're native to Australia.
And they like to eat kitty cat.
Oh, they'll eat your kitty. Yeah.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a fucking goddamn gardener snake that I can find on my.
It's definitely an olive python.
No. I've never owned one. Never seen one.
I have. They get quite large.
Nice. I've actually been looking, guys, for a ball python to go ahead and bring into the lab.
Nice. There's another picture of an olive python. It's definitely 100% olive python.
It looks nice. I like it.
They're not. I don't even know if they're that expensive anymore. They used to be. They did not used to be expensive, but you know how everything's gotten weird now. Freaking like back in the day. hognose snakes were really cheap. Like even some cool looking ones. Were
Yeah,
like
but they've done the same thing with with hognose that they did with ball python. So now you can't just get regular hognose anymore. Now they're going with the albino, fucking leucistic, fucking,
Whoa, God damn, olive pythons are $550 to $600 a piece.
What?
Oh, God, these are babies. These are this year's babies. Like, Jesus. There's a pair that's a year old. It's $1,200. An albino olive python's $5 fucking grand.
Dude, there's a snake. There's a ball python right now that the tint is blue, purple, and black.
Where? I want to see this.
I've been looking. I didn't keep it down, but it is worth $45,000.
Oh my God! Let's just sort them by highest first. Okay, the highest one currently is a VPI pied 66% het, desert ghost, possible clown, and cryptic, and it just looks like somebody kind of took a shit in their hand. I mean, this thing is so goddamn inbred that they're probably going to have to like you're probably gonna have to bottle feed this goddamn snake. This is what, if anybody wants to know what the yearly salary, if you saved from your $20 an hour job for an entire year, you could buy that little turd muffin that this guy is holding in his overly large hand.
That's not a bad looking snake. It looks okay.
It's weird. I don't know, man. It just looks to me like it's a striped fucking pie to me.
It's a leucistic strip pied. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a nice. I'm not a big fan of the pieballs. I mean,
I think they're cool.
They're cool, but I'm not a big fan. I want to have a nice fucking pinstripe or fucking, I know, but I have, I guess I had a pin. What?
This one's really cool. This is something I'd like. I'm not going to spend $20,000 on it, but that
looks
cool
like it's a mix of a coral glow and a fucking banana and a calico.
I'm sure it has a name. It's a pastel, whatever, double G cloud pine head G stripe, whatever. But it's $20 grand. I'd rather have the $20,000 than have the snake. But it's really, really cool.
Ooh, well, you know why it's worth $20 grand, right? I mean, obviously, it's because if you had the snake, the genetics, you could take, and if it's a male, and you could breed that male to fucking multiple females, that is cool. A leucistic pinstripe, right?
Dude, nowadays they have a whole bunch. You are right. It's a black pastel pinstripe desert ghost VPI exanthic.
It's leucistic pinstripe, but dude, that
all they did was really long way to say exactly what you did.
Yeah, but no, that is. I would buy that one in a second.
That is really cool. That is very cool. That's $18,500 worth of cool.
Not that cool.
Not that cool.
I mean, I could get a regular pinstripe and breed it with a leucistic. And in the course of about 3 years, have that snake. But I find that the genetics for breeding snakes is more fun than making new mushrooms. Only because,
this one's actually really fucking cool too. You might like this one. That one's really, really fucking cool too.
Oh, that one's interesting.
Pastel red stripe, inchy leopard desert ghost. Do they just have like 6-sided dice with names on them? Shake the fucking things up and just toss them on a Ouija board. Wherever they fucking land.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious because right before they hatch, when they open the eggs, and they'll actually look at the snakes before all the pigment starts coming in, and you can see everything. So if they have a clutch of say like 7 or 8 eggs, they'll go through them and they'll be like, all right, this is back when I was doing it, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is a leucistic hat, this, that. Now, the mother's got fucking 8 genetics. The father's got 8 genetics. They're all different. They just want all the hets in there so that next year they can have a fucking plethora of fucking craziness. But, I mean, most of the time, you can't even tell what snakes you have anymore. And this is the point where we're getting at with the mushrooms now, where I've seen the same fucking mushroom now, exactly the fucking same, with a new fucking name. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Jack Frost in different levels of harvesting.
There's one for
after.
There's one for Michael Nutty. That's what the ornate desert box turtles look like.
So it looks like a box turtle.
Yeah. But I found them in my yard. They're cool, and they're not big, and they're really easy to handle, and they're perfectly happy at room temperatures, and they are like very personable, and they're $400 a piece, and they have clutches of like 12 eggs, and yeah. So I was like, I'm just gonna start. My wife was like, "Can we just start breeding box turtles?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, we can. We'll make them a pit in the backyard, and just so everyone we find, just toss them in there."
Dude, the pens, they could be fucking awesome. They're awesome for your gardening. And I've actually seen them build the thing for turtles. It's fucking glorious, dude. It'll look nice.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just we're just gonna take my friend's tractor with this little backhoe attachment and just dig down about like 3 feet all the way around, and then just put like no climb horse fence down there so they can't get through it,
right?
And then bury it so that nothing else can also dig in and eat the turtles, and then have it up about 5 foot tall, and then have a gate to go in and out, and we'll fence off maybe 20, 25 yards, around like a big old square, and it'll have its own little pond area so they can get drinks. It'll have and we'll put our compost pile and compost in there so they can just eat fucking shit and bugs and whatever the fuck else they want. And they'll just
you can find a couple different fucking shit to breed in that pen. You get the box turtles, you get some sliders.
No, I'm not gonna do sliders. I like the diamondback terrapins though.
Nice.
Have you seen the concentric diamondbacks?
Maybe. Don't know.
They're a native. They're native here. So, but they're really.
I get the painted turtles and the map turtles here. And some alligator snapping turtles every once in a while.
So, like the concentric diamondbacks, they get pretty decent size. This is what they look like. They get about half the size of like a radiator slider. The radiator sliders get pretty big size, but they're like that. They're silver spotted and they have concentric rings on their back. That looks like eyes all the way down. So, here's a picture of a baby, but they're another $400 a pop for a hatchling, so it's worth breeding them to me because they lay they'll lay up to 25-30 eggs, so that makes it worth it.
Yeah. I bet you can buy the incubators cheap as fuck.
Vivor has one. Vivor has a reptile incubator, which has exceptionally amazing reviews. So, people talk about it on YouTube and everything. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does it tilt?
It doesn't need to. You don't tilt or rotate reptile eggs. You leave them the fuck alone.
I know. That's why I'm asking if it tilts.
Nope. It just looks like one of those little retro refrigerators. It looks like a little retro refrigerator, but it's
the same thing I had for the ball pythons that I put the fucking fucking eggs in there.
Exactly. It has little shelves. You slide your little shoebox in there with your eggs lined up on the. You draw them on pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever.
Yep.
And then just
you know where the top is the whole time. Yep. You don't want to fucking drown your babies before they're born.
Exactly. But it works out really well. It's supposed to be super cool. So we got a couple different projects going on. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, I know people were talking about wanting an episode dealing with growing tobacco. To let people know a little update on that, as I've been looking into it a lot, and God damn it, whose fucking fault was that? Let's call. I want to call them out too, because they sent me down a goddamn rabbit hole that is just ridiculous.
The tobacco?
GCS Scorpion, I believe. Yeah, I think it was GCS Scorpion was the one who wanted to talk about doing a tobacco growing episode.
Yeah.
And
I didn't think that was very I mean, isn't that pretty much just, it's mostly chemicals afterwards, isn't it?
No, it's really easy. Okay, so it's not the growing the tobacco and harvesting the tobacco and the initial processing of the tobacco is very easy. It's the fermentation process that requires some finesse. Where you have to keep it like.
So you're like doing weed with fucking. You gotta fucking keep it the humidity the right way. You gotta burp it, shit like that.
You have to basically stack the leaves up and put them in a fancy kind of humidor that is, depending on how humid you are. We're here where I'm at. We're probably humid enough to do it outside, where you stack the leaves up, you mist them, and you put them under pressure so that it keeps air from getting in there, and you let them kind of ferment,
right?
For up to 90 days that way. They need to be at 90 days above 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you take them out, and then you dry them, and then that gets interesting. Depending on how you dry them, you can bring out either more regular tobacco taste. You can bring out more sweetness. You can bring out more vanillins. You can bring them out. So it's a lot like making whiskey. It really honestly is, depending on how you age it. And there's even ones where we dried this one using peat smoke. We dried this one using oak smoke. We dried this one using pecan, So it gets really, really interesting that way. So
people don't take effect that how drying fucking has a big effect on everything. Like the mushrooms, I could take a golden teacher and throw it in the dehydrator and be done in 5 minutes. Not really 5 minutes, you know what I mean? But it'll be done, and it'll be a good mushroom. But I can take that same golden teacher and dry it slowly and burp it a couple times in a tent, and won't be able to do the same amount because it's going to be twice the potent.
And it's GC Scorpio, buddy. Shout out that you're the one who sent me down this fucking rabbit hole. And there are so many different varieties of tobacco, and each one has its own flavor profile, and it's very well known. It's like people do it like wines or cheeses, right? Like they're like, if it's dried in a traditional manner, it has such and such notes. So it's like, God damn, I just want to make a decent cigar, because I thought the idea of if I grew enough to make say 300 cigars, right?
Right.
Then it would be really kind of cool to people who donate, say $20 to the fucking podcast, we send them some stickers and a fucking cigar, and then we have one call-in episode where we all fucking light up our cigars and bullshit, or that'd be pretty fucking cool,
right?
But drink some fucking whiskey and light our fucking cigars and bullshit. Just have a FAFO fucking cigar would be pretty fucking sweet. And you're the one who was like, hey, we can make a FAFO cigar. I was like, actually, yeah, that's something that's actually in my wheelhouse. I could do that.
I'm having the FAFO wrap on there, and then you got a FAFO fucking humidor, and then you got the FAFO clipper. Oh man, it's all uphill from here.
You go hard. Yeah, but I don't want to turn it all. I don't want to turn all of my acreage into fucking tobacco to keep up with the
right. Well,
but
I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, shit. I mean, you only have to grow fucking maybe 10 plants.
No. There's actually a lot of tobacco in a cigar. So I was looking at that. So it's only, by the time it's done and processed, it's only like 1% weight of the wet, right? So if you have a cigar and it weighs like an ounce, it was like 1.6 pounds of fucking wet leaves, you know? So you have to grow quite a bit. Now, tobacco gets big, you know, it'll get 6 to 8 feet tall, certain breeds of it, with leaves that are just ridiculously huge, like 20 inches long. And like, you know, those are wrapper leaves, like Havana, things like that have huge wrapper leaves. And those are the leaves that you'd wrap, you know. They would totally be wrapped by the virgin on their thighs.
That's always my question. Where are we going to find the virgin's thigh to roll our cigars on?
Yeah, and totally not be on my bulldog's fucking flat back. You know, the one that breathes like it's jacking off in the background all the time. So, yeah. So, but like, it's like, I think it's doable. I don't think it's too far out of reach. I think it's probably doable this season. We just need to kind of have maybe we'll do I'll put up like my 10 favorite seeds and a link to them and have people vote on 3 of them, you know, and the top 3 of the tobacco varieties is what we'll put in our cigars. We'll have a wrapper variety, a filler variety, and a flavor variety, right? And I'll make a poll and we'll put those up and we'll do it. I'll do it this week. And then those are the 3 varieties I'll grow, and I'll grow, I don't know, maybe 200 row feet of tobacco. So, you know, probably enough for.
Can you grow tobacco in New York?
Yes, you're actually coming up on the time to start your seeds pretty quick because your growing season's short. You have to buy the short season tobacco. But
because I right now have 2 raised beds that I was going to be putting marijuana in.
Oh, go for it.
I'm no longer doing marijuana. These have now been taken, and they are actually in another lab that I built for somebody, and they're going to be cloning that, and we're going to be putting about 150 plants in the mountains.
Nice. Perfect.
Allegedly. But yeah, so now I've got 2 raised beds at about 20 feet apiece. Yeah, I need to find something because I don't eat vegetables. No, just
save a spot because I'm going to send you one of those pepper plants. One of the daytail pepper plants.
All right.
Like I've been growing those this whole time. I haven't sent them to anybody because right now I have beautiful sun and everything, and why not just keep growing them for people? It's easy to ship plants, like if you do it right. You ship them in a cup, you know, and you just fucking put basically in a tube and you shove the fucking tube full of stuff. You know, that's the same way that like when I buy plants online, that's how they ship them to me.
Yeah,
so
I still can't leave plants outside.
Yeah. When it gets
it's still dropping down to 28 degrees, and that's next Monday.
When it gets warm enough, when it gets warm enough for them to go in the ground, then let me know because I've got 60 of the daytail pepper plants. Oh, no. Yeah, so I've got some with your name on it, and I've got some if Michael Nutty wanted them, and I've got some with I've got some with all of the OGs name on them. It's just that I am the most southern person. My growing season started in February, like February 1st. So
it snowed here yesterday. So
yeah, we got time up here.
Yeah, and I've already harvested like all of my winter stuff, all of my spring stuff, and I'm into growing my actual like regular crop shit. I've got squash that are the squash plants that are already up 4 inches tall and putting on their 4th, 5th set of leaves. So I'll have watermelons in a month and a half. So
but I live by the Amish also. So The Amish have been growing in their greenhouses, being fucking heated by wood now for about 4 months.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do once. You know, it would have been really fucking nice if they'd sent me the goddamn packet of freaking screws and bolts and all that other shit, because I would have had that greenhouse up and running.
Well, didn't it come with instructions?
Oh, it did, yeah.
So we should have the exact bolts that are supposed to be in there.
It's Vivor. All it says is you should have 53 or 54 of bolt number this. And I looked it up. I also talked to their like online people, and they're like, "Oh, we're very sorry," you know, and but they don't have the size that I need. Like they can't tell me the size because they don't package it. It's all packaged in China, right, and then shipped to warehouses here, and then distributed from here in America. So they don't have extras of it, like just laying around. And if they send me some from China, it could take 6 weeks. So fuck it. I'm just gonna go up tomorrow-ish. I'm just gonna go. Me and Tiniest are just gonna go to Home Depot and just pick up. I'm gonna take a couple of pieces with me and just make sure everything fits, and then just buy the nuts and bolts there. Rock on. It's no big deal. I mean, it might. I might have $20 for the hardware I need, and that's fine. I'll get this thing put up and rock and roll it. I want to do. That's the greenhouse is going to be my hydroponic grows for my Dutch bucket systems, for my those purple tomatoes that I got, that are going to go. Which I have. I'm going to send you seeds. I'm going to send everybody seeds that wants them. So everybody's going to get those, and those will be headed out to everybody. Probably about the same time you could actually plant them.
Yeah.
Because my little plants, because my little plants are already like 6-8 inches tall, and have like their 8th or 9th set of leaves on them. So they're not far off from trying to, because they're a large, like Roma type tomato. They're not far off from trying to want a fruit here if I put them in the ground. I have them in pots right now, but I'm gonna send. I've got plenty of room. So and then in the winter, I'm going to do all of my greens in the ground. The whole thing will just be just greens, just salads, because I love salad. I can't grow greens year round here. Can't do it all. They die in the summer. So
not if they were shaded.
I do have the shade, but even in the shade, your temperature is 90 degrees. And misting them just gonna make them mold. I've tried all sorts of stuff. You just don't do your greens. You do your greens during the winter here. You do fine with them. But like peppers, just absolutely love it. Melons, absolutely love growing here. Squash, love it. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, the daytail peppers are coming to you. Rainforest chilies, fun stuff.
You know what I was supposed to get? That Blue sent me a package of tons of candy.
Yeah.
So I went on a fucking binge. But she was supposed to send me those little fucking caviar seeds.
Ah, yeah, I got them. And mine are doing good. Do you know they're one of the slowest growing citrus plants?
I did not.
Those little sons of bitches are still only like 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall. They're putting on their like 3rd or 4th sets of leaves. But they grow so. And I looked it up. Oh, from seed, it can take up to 10 years for them to fruit. I'm like, Jesus. My goddamn attention span's not that fucking long. I can't even tell you what the fuck I'm going to be doing in 10
I'll
years.
already be breeding sharks at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, I'll be trading manatee fucking flippers. I don't goddamn know. 10 fucking years from now, I'm like 10 years from now, are we going to be in like the Fallout on Amazon Prime? Have you seen that yet? Fallout?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Are we going to be trading at bottle caps in 10 years? I don't fucking know.
Nuke bottle caps.
Yeah. But that's what we're going to do is watch an episode of that when this is over. But yeah, that and Shogun. Shogun's amazing.
Dude, I watched the first 4, and then I haven't watched it since. But I have them already. But now I realize that I never had to. I didn't download them because it's not Disney.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's good. It's very good.
Oh no, I've seen the first 4, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm watching the new Jimmy Carr after the show.
Excellent. Yeah, so I think I don't think I really have anything else to say, guys. You guys have anything else?
I have been doing a lot of mycology, and
beautiful.
I decided I've had some people come at me with my ideas, and they've taken them to fucking like space.
Nice.
I fucking like, you know how I do my upside down tubs, and I kind of do a hybrid for bags. I got one buddy. Yeah. He sent me a picture. He made one of these tubs, and it looks like a laboratory, and he made it's fucking gone crazy with it. I'm really interested to see how well it works, but between that and fucking, I've been getting a lot of people DMing me with shit, but I am taking a break from bags.
Are you back to tubs?
Yes, I'm back to tubs only because I need to do some tubs. I haven't touched a tub in a year, and I miss it. Nothing. There's no better feeling than coming over there and looking in that tub to a full canopy of little cocks just waving at you. But no. So right now, and I'm doing something different. I've taken my my bucket tech. I've taken it to a different level, and now I have like 300 bags, but each bag holds the perfect amount. I'm putting 12 quarts of CVG.
Nice.
In the bags, and this is after the bucket tech. And I put them in the oven overnight for 8 hours at 190 degrees.
Oh,
so I mean,
so you're doing like a long, slow pasteurization.
Yep. And so when I go to bed, or whenever everyone else goes to bed, or I believe people should be going to bed, I'll put them in the oven, and then 8 hours later, I'll go take them out, and I can do 2 huge bags at a time, and each bag is gonna. Well, I already know it does. Because I've done 4 tubs already. But I got 2 hillbilly going, and I remember the other 2. But it's enough for casing, and I'm putting 4 quarts of spawn in each tub.
Wow.
So it doesn't need to be that much, but I find that if you give it food, it will eat that shit. And because I'm in a barn, I've even gone even older school. I got garbage bags. I have my totes all in garbage bags for colonization.
That is old school.
In my Bible that I've been making for 24 fucking years now, I actually had that circled, crossed off in my book. It says obsolete. I'm going back to it. Only because nothing's getting through a fucking garbage bag.
No.
So I want to, but then once it's fully colonized, if I get 1 flush out of that fucking thing, then I'm going to get 2. So I'm happy with that. So then I can reuse the bags. It's not like those bags are wasted. Yeah. So but I've got plans on, I got 4 more 12 quart bags of sub, and I'm just waiting for you'll like this. I got tits and what the bucket.
Oh, sweet.
Those are actually in grain right now. Those will be in the next round. So those
beautiful.
Those will each have a tub, and I got Lizard King going, and Apex. So
nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Quite the plethora of growing going on over here.
That's a good, exciting mix.
Yeah. I want to make sure I have a lot of albinos. The weird thing is people have been asking me questions about old school shit. Like I couldn't tell you how hard it was for me to find golden teachers. Literally, I just wanted genetics. I just wanted a plate. Someone, please. No, but I've got golden teacher crossed with your mother's vaginas and your father's teeth.
I got OG golden teacher swabs in a vial.
No. I got swabs of the ass. Remember all I used to do prints of everything.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get them all going so I can get all the stuff going at the same time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Plate wise, no.
Plate wise, yeah. But I mean I've got fucking drawers of huge tinfoil sheets.
Yeah.
Every time I was doing the bags, I was getting 20 prints off of each bag. If not 40, if not doing a second round. So I've got tons of prints, but I just didn't want to go through it. But now I couldn't find it. My one boy has it, but he had to take his and put it to fucking plate. So who knows? But it's going from scratch. It's it's a pain in the ass, but you get what you want that way.
Yeah.
Other than that,
fantastic, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the what the bucket and tits. Definitely.
Me too, because when I do finally run them, I'm running them from spore.
Nice.
We'll know exactly what happened, because now it was just an isolation that happened because you pulled it out of a fucking bucket of shit. And that we'll know when it reverts from spore. But if it actually was a cross between your fucking 75 strains in a bucket, fuck it. It might come out fucking crazy to Toke 7, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm really excited about it. I'm very definitely glad to see pictures of it when you get going.
Oh yeah.
How's the mycelium going? Is it doing pretty good?
You know what? Give me a second. I will reach behind me and I'll put a picture into things. You get stuff together. I'll be right back.
Definitely excited about that one. Folks who don't know, you can go back and listen to a couple of episodes. God, this is a long time ago, maybe last year. A long time ago, what happened is that I was cleaning out basically what would be all of my extra, like, random, like when you make plates, you don't make one or two plates of something. You make a fuck ton. And we're doing hunting for isolations. You make a fuck ton of plates, and you pick your best. And so you end up with a whole stacks and stacks of plates everywhere, right? That aren't exactly what you're looking for, but are good plates. They're clean. They look nice. They'll colonize well. They'll make whatever you want them to make, but they're just not that perfect fucking pheno hunting crap you're doing. So one day I was like, fuck it, whatever. I made a huge batch of spawn. A huge batch of substrate, and took a bucket, sterilized the bucket, and it was like a 5-gallon bucket. And I just sat there and opened plates and dumped plates, handful of substrate, dumped plates, handful of substrate. Just like plate substrate, plus substrate, plus substrate, all the way to the fucking top. Cased it with a shitload, squished it down a little bit, wrapped the whole thing in a trash bag, and just whatever fucking came out of it. It was a fun experiment. All sorts of shit came out. But the two main ones that we ended up keeping were tits, because it looked like a beautiful pair of like Latino tits. And what the bucket, because that was the name of the experiment, was like what WTB, what the bucket. So and those two were the big hitters. There was a couple of weird ones, but they turned out not to be super potent. There was a regular like golden teacher looking one, which wasn't very fucking spectacular. But tits was very, very potent. And what the bucket was.
And she's a finicky bitch.
So
I've been taking that jar. I just posted them in pics.
Okay.
Oh, and the third one. You'll like that one too. But the small jar, that's tits. Because I've had to take it back. I keep having to clean it. And then it looks like it's clean, and then I put it to grain, and then it starts looking weird again.
Zap! You've got zaps! Are those the green zaps?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so sexy! And she's a happy one, too.
Yeah.
They're going to climb in the side of the jar like a hooker reaching for $1 in space. Ugh. It's beautiful. I'm sorry that that tits isn't doing that well. Yeah, it doesn't look very happy, does it?
No. But these were put on agar, and I literally just did these prime.
What the bucket looks pretty. That's pretty.
What the bucket's not a problem. I put those spores, and they
326. Yeah, so she's rocking. She rock and roll, man. Yeah. That zap though, that's a good zap, man. Look at her go. I'm fucking. Ooh, I don't know. I got a partial chub on that motherfucker. How you doing, girl? Where'd you get that one? Please tell me from the Japanese forest. Please tell me from the Japanese suicide forest. Is the suicide forest Japanese apps?
Is that the one where they go there to kill themselves?
Yes.
Is that the real place?
It is. That's exactly where I wanted my zaps from.
Maybe. How about I just say yes, and we'll go with that.
There we go. Okay, that's
10,000 Japanese.
Oh god, it'd be great. So no, but like okay, so one of the places we have this. There's this a long time ago. I don't. Some of our newer listeners might not know my obsession with these motherfuckers. So a long time ago, there was this little green mushroom that popped up on the fuck is that place that we always talk shit about? The
what?
The mushroom forum that we always talk shit about all the time.
Shroomery?
So this little green mushroom popped up on fucking Shroomery. And I was like, how are you doing? That thing looks like it might be active. Turned out to be fucking active as fuck. And I ended up not having a name for the longest time that became Zapicora. And it
took forever for me to get that motherfucker. Forever.
Yeah, and one of its native habitats is Japan, and one of the places it grows the best is the Japanese suicide forest. And so I have been trying, and for the longest time, shrooms were illegal in Japan. They'd sell them like next to the panty vending machines. No bullshit. Just in vending machines here, get your fucking shrooms, like tourists would all the time accidentally buy them thinking they're candy and get fucked up. It was a great time, and it was an awesome time to be in the military in Japan because you could get fucked up on shrooms whenever you wanted. Because for just pretty fucking cheap, like, maybe 500 yen, just get fucked up. But at the time I wasn't really like heavily into like growing anything, and didn't ever think to bring anything back. And then I've been trying for the longest goddamn time for somebody to get me a culture. I've been trying to bribe Japanese friends. At one point, Japan made mushroom psilocybin illegal. And they are not big on breaking rules. We kind of killed that out of them. Right? Between killing them in the war and bombing them and then raising their children under military rule, all the orphans, we kind of killed that out of them. So they're not really big on breaking the rules, and the closest they come is dressing weird sometimes, but still holding professional jobs and showing up to work 100% of the time and working themselves to death.
Making great anime.
We fucked their culture all up, all right? But we deeply apologize for that, and it's mostly the Dolphins' fault. If anybody, there you go. See, that was the fuck you, Dolphin. Fuck you, well. But that was from South Park. South Park reference. I've been trying to talk somebody in Japan into getting me a zap culture or a sport print and sending it back to me, but they're super on breaking the rules. No, just out of my family, can't do it, possibly do it. I was like, nobody's gonna know. Just put it inside of a sticker, whatever. Anyway, I've been hunting for zaps for that little cool looking green mushroom forever and ever and ever. It's a funky little bastard. Do you have a picture of one of them, or do I need to post
I was about ready to look for one to post right now, so I'm going to take a gander.
Yeah. I have a picture, but Jesus, It's been so long that I don't even know where to start in all of my 1.5 million pictures that I have on my phone.
You know what the hard thing is finding one of those Zapticorums that is green. A lot of times they're like brown, and
it's a hard one to find the Zapticorum that I like.
Right. Yeah,
I think that time's going to go by. They're going to find out that there's multiples of them instead of just one.
Like a Cubensi, just a different strain.
Yeah. Like, I don't think Lizard King is the exact fucking same as regular, like, Golden Teachers. I don't think at all. There we go. I found a picture of this is the original fucking picture right here, ladies and gentlemen, that that made me very, very happy. And I'm trying to figure. I don't want to put it on there. Hold on. I can't. I have to go to the. I'm in the wrong Discord.
That's the one. That's the
I'm in the wrong Discord. FAFO podcast page. Okay. Yep. That's the picture.
One.
Yep. That is the picture.
In my dreams, those are the trees in the world.
Right. Yeah. That's
Did you post it in FAFO?
I'm working.
I see it in anonymous. I don't see it in
Yeah, no, I haven't got there yet. I have to. I was in the wrong. On your phone, it's kind of weird. Like, if you haven't opened that particular Discord on your phone, it's difficult to post into that particular Discord without. So I had to open it on my phone, and then now I got to go back into my phone and scroll down to where that picture is, past 1.5 billion fucking memes. There it is. So that is the fucking little green mushroom. That is the Zap. If you're in the FAFOCult of our Discord, which the link will be provided below, that you can go in there to FAFO Podcast Pics and see that beautiful little son of a bitch right there. And that is a picture of the mushroom found in the foliage, growing in the Japanese
Suicide Forest.
Forest. And I just think it'd be super fucking awesome to, like, I don't know, watch Shogun, for example.
Watch someone die.
No, watch like Shogun or watch some other like Japanese style fucking movie. That's not cheesy, and just trip balls on some Japanese suicide mushrooms. That'd be great. I don't know. Just me. Who knows? You might be like, I'm there. This is my life now. I shall kill. I shall avenge the emperor. Yeah.
The emperor.
Yeah. Be good times. But those were cute, beautiful little bastards. Happiness and sunshine. And fucking Deadpool has some. God damn it. Sexy.
All right. I'm assuming no one else has anything to say. How about you, Michael? You got anything?
No, nothing.
Any updates on anything going on with your life, buddy? What you done?
Just trying to get back in the groove of things since having my paranoia fit. Trying to get back to the level I was at.
Yeah, paranoia happens.
Yeah, but other than that, no, nothing really new.
Alrighty. Well, as far as positive things,
don't you dare!
I guess
there is.
I don't have. I don't really have anything super positive fucking to say right now, other than, hey guys, thank you for being the encouraging people you are to get us to make another podcast. We really actually enjoy getting time to get together and make these podcasts for you. We enjoy talking at you during this time. We enjoy your feedback, even if it's a harassing feedback, like it has been the last couple of weeks. We're like, get out there, crack the whip, make a podcast. Fantastic, guys. Like, keep it up. We sometimes need that because our lives are pretty busy, but we're always happy to slice a bit out for y'all. If there is anything you specifically would like to hear to talk about, you can go in there in the podcast like requests and put it in there. I know that I will definitely do the talking some more about the cultivation of tobacco, because that's kind of cool and it kind of fits. It's complicated.
Why don't we do that with the weed show?
Dude, it's going to require a little bit more preparation, just because.
Well, let me know when we're done to do. When you want to do that one, because I'll research it too. I don't want to be dumb. I hate being dumb.
The week. Give me the week after the weed show, and I will have it. I will have everything down, like from start to finish, like down. It's just work's been really fucking busy right now. There's insanity going on. Like so many fucking crazy things have been going on at work. As far as like people getting hurt, or it's just crazy. So, there's just work's been intense, going like 48 hours at a time of just trauma. Don't have time to do anything at work. So then I come home and I got to work harder than I work at work. We're keeping the farm going. So, give me the week after. I'd like to do our wheat growing episode. If you guys like to tune in next week, we're going to get Trimmy, who is our growing expert, cultivation expert, to talk about his experiences with cultivating, cloning, and growing marijuana. Now, I've done quite a bit of research on that as well. I am a total fucking noob, and I don't know much about it. I have never successfully grown a large or anything other than what do you call it? Scrog, fucking
really
just shit fucking weed. You know, like I've never actually grown I've never actually grown really good, really good. I want to. I've watched a bunch of cool episodes. The guy who grows it like in buckets, like trash cans and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Where it's all hidden and has its own.
The hydroponic bucket, or you don't know? You're talking about the hidden Gorilla Grow.
But, yeah, the hidden Gorilla Grow stuff. That's cool. I think so. I think our guys would like. I think our listeners might enjoy some of that.
Yeah, not anymore. It's legal everywhere.
I think his name was Jeb. Yeah, the guy that I watched was Jeb on YouTube. Like he's like he's like the that painter guy, you know, like who was the guy that painted everything? Like it's Happy Little Trees.
Oh, Bob Ross.
He's like the Bob Ross of weed growing, like covert weed growing. Anyway, Jeb, he has kind of a creepy smile. Maybe he's high. Maybe he's a serial killer. You don't know. But,
wait, are you talking about the Canadian that has like a squeaky kind of voice like this a little bit?
I'm talking about Jeb. I don't know what Jeb's voice sounds like. He just sounds like Jeb. He sounds slightly androgynous.
I like how the first thing that pops up is Jeb Bush smoked some weed. Trying to figure out who the fuck.
Oh, well. Either way.
Yeah, that is not.
Oh, there he is. It's Jeb Gardner. That doesn't sound fake at all. This is his fucking picture. You'd know him if you see him now. Have you been watching people cultivate fucking weed on goddamn YouTube? You know fucking Jeb Gardner.
You know what? And I'm going to tell you this. I've watched tons of people grow weed on YouTube. I've never seen that old dude in my life.
He does look like you see through your window at 2 a.m. though.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, got a picture right now where it looks like he's masturbating, looking at me through a window.
Right.
He's a very happy gardener, or maybe serial killer. There's a better picture of his serial killer face. But
that's why his garden does so well.
Yeah,
the body's
he's always very happy while he's making these like he teaches people how to do like really covert grows, and which is cool, like you know, but he's very intense. Like you can look at his face, he's very intense.
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit awkward. I had to fucking turn the fucking channel. I was fucking
right, and I guess that's a sign of a good grower. I don't know. Fuck, I've never grown weed before. So is that a sign of a good grower? Make it really awkward?
Yeah.
As long as the plants don't feel awkward.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm fucking hungry.
Plants have feelings too. All right. So basically, if everybody's done for the day, guys, thank you for listening to this episode. It was a lot of fun to put on for you. Sorry it took so long for us to get around to it. Next episode is going to be our marijuana growing episode. You might want to tune in for that one. The one after that is going to be the episode that we talk about a little bit more about gardening, and we're going to cover the intricacies of growing your own.
I will put in as much mycology as I possibly can.
Yeah. We're gonna talk a little bit about growing your own tobacco and the processes involved with that. Not only seed selection for your climate, but also like how to ferment it quickly, and how to do the slow version and the additional shit and all the other crap that goes along with it. We appreciate our listeners, and if you'd like to go ahead and send us love mail, hate mail, suggestions, or anything in between, you can do that at FAFOCult@gmail.com. We are completely sponsored basically by me, and it gets expensive, guys. So if you'd like to give us any sort of love via donations to help keep us going, that would be FAFOCult@Venmo.com or FAFOCult at CashApp. Let's see. You can go on our Etsy. It's going to be FAFOCult.etsy.com. Our YouTube is, you can find us on YouTube at FAFOCult. We're basically FAFOCults everywhere if you want to look for us. We love our listeners. Go ahead and any sort of feedback, guys, negative, positive, anything like that, we will adapt to your likes and wants. Unless you're Karen, if you come on us like a Karen, you're going to be part of an episode. Just warning you, right? We're going to talk about you, all right? And you're going to go. You become part of fucking legend. It's just how it is. With that, guys. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you for listening, and good night.
Good night.
Finally, you say something. Jesus.
Yeah,